If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. You've probably heard this famous quote by Nikola Tesla. What does it all mean? What is energy, frequency, and vibration? Well, energy is everything. The meaning of the word energy is the ability to do work. You are most likely also familiar with Einstein's most famous equation, E equals mc squared, where E stands for energy equals m for mass times c that stands for speed of light, and 2 that indicates squared, in other words, times itself. We can think of mass as an indicator of amount of energy, whether it's a human body, a tree, earth, a log, etc. One difference between energy and mass is that mass cannot exist without energy, but energy can exist without mass. But only when the energy is traveling at the speed of light. And the speed of light is 300 million meters per second, in vacuum, that is, of space. All mass contains incredible amounts of energy, even very small items. There are many different types of energy. We have thermal energy, radiant energy, gravitational energy, nuclear energy, and more. But it all boils down to 2 different types of energy, and that is kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy is the energy an object has due to its motion, and potential energy is associated with the position of an object. Energy can never be destroyed or created. It can only be converted into something else. That's what's so amazing, because that means all energy there is, ever has been, and ever will be in the whole of the universe is constant. It's the same. It can only take on different forms. We are energy, and that energy will never cease to exist. Now let's move on to frequency and vibration. We're going to throw in another couple of words as well that often come up when we talk about frequency, and those words are oscillation and waves. Let's just get a little bit clear on what's what so we don't get too confused. Well, frequency is how often a wave cycle passes a given point per second. A wave cycle is a single up and down motion. Wavelength is the distance from one cycle to the next. And waves have the ability to carry energy from one location to another. Vibrations and oscillations can create these waves. And vibration and oscillation are different terms of to and fro motion. In very simplified terms, vibrations are narrow and rapid motions. They have a high frequency. Think of the vibrations of a guitar string. Oscillations have a wider and slower motion, a lower frequency. Think of the movement of a pendulum. Color and sound is explained by frequency. Light is an electromagnetic wave. The sound of a tone is a sound wave. Frequency, like we said before, is the number of waves that pass by each second, and we measure that in hertz. In sound, we can hear a frequency between 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz. Electromagnetic waves cover a wide spectrum, from more than 100 meters to less than a trillionth of a meter. We have evolved to detect some of these wavelengths with our nervous system, but our visible spectrum is only a fraction of the full spectrum. Visible light are wavelengths between 400 and 700 nanometers. A nanometer is a billionth of a meter. Other wavelengths are waves such as radio waves, microwaves, ultraviolet, X-rays and gamma rays. These waves travel really fast. Sound waves, for example, travel at approximately 340 meters per second in air, give or take depending on humidity and degrees. Electromagnetic waves, on the other hand, are moving at the speed of light in space and almost at the speed of light in air. All these waves carry energy with them, so this is how energy moves from one place to another. How does this knowledge all affect us? It might be hard to grasp, but we are all in a way connected to each other, and we are energy bounded by frequency. Everything in the universe is constantly moving, and even things that appear to be still are in fact vibrating and or oscillating at different frequencies. The knowledge of how little we can perceive with our own senses can make us question what reality really is. Even with the senses we do have, we all see the world in different perspectives from one another. My reality will be different from your reality. We all have different beliefs about the world around us and about ourselves, and that makes our realities different. Your feelings have different frequencies, and the frequency you send out can be felt by other people. It makes sense when you think about it. Have you ever met a person that is very angry or sad, but they try to hide it? You can feel their emotions, right? At the same time, when you meet someone who is joyful, you can feel their energy too. Simply by having this knowledge, we can understand ourselves a bit better. Why we feel bad about being around certain people, for example, but also how much we can affect other people. We can cut negative people out of our lives as much as possible, which is a good thing, but that's not always possible. And oftentimes, we are our own greatest enemy, with negative thoughts beating ourselves up about mistakes we've done in the past, feeling sorry for ourselves, feeling anger, guilt, shame, comparing ourselves to others. The list can go on. When and if we learn how to observe rather than react to things that happen in our surroundings, then we truly have the greatest of power. But that will be for another video. I hope you liked this content. If you did, please hit that like button so more people can find this video. And also subscribe if you want more videos on how to improve life by improving the beliefs about yourself. And remember to always love yourself first. By doing so, you give the rest of the world permission to love you too.